Hello and welcome back. It's been a crazy week, and I'm glad though that you're at my channel because I have some more good news. Anyway, before I begin, I want to thank you all for joining me, for subscribing, and for sharing my videos. And all comments are welcome. Whether if you comment on Facebook or you send me an email or comment on my channel, and if you have any questions, I'm here to answer them for you. So the title is What's Next to Come? Do you know? Some of you might know and some of you might not. But before I begin, I do have a message through my poem, which I will read to you first. It's called Colors Galore. Colors galore is what you will see when all the veils are lifted in perfect harmony. Our land is beautiful and pristine. It's not new, just never before seen. When you are full of fear and disbelief, you block yourself of what you can see. Angels, animals, people, and elementals too, always here, always around you, trying their best to show you how to see everything, but must not follow the crowd. The biggest message being displayed is for you to know yourself in every which way. We have guided you, but so many still do not see how everything happens in divine timing. Even now you fear, you stress, your anger gets the best of you. Give it a rest. Go back to your childhood ways of laughing, playing, and being amazed. Of all the magical scenes, playing with butterflies, chasing them down streams, seeing animals in our skies, dancing too. It's all the magic is right in front of you. Now is the time to reconnect. Take advantage, do your best. Live only presently, not in the future or the past. Trust me, all this turmoil will not last. It's leading us all to where we began, into love, into our promised land. Be happy, be joyful, be free. When all is said and done, we will all be dancing in the streets. Now, the promised land is the land we were promised before we came here this time, and that's why we all wanted to come. So you know this, you just don't allow that information to enter. So that's what's coming next, but not in order of this coronavirus. So anyway, when you hang on to the news, all you hear is doom and gloom. You're so used to going outside of yourself. You must know, must watch, must be careful not to whatever they tell you. Shooting deaths, diseases, negativity, and drama. Because so many of you like to see others suffering. It helps them deal with their own problems. But the more you fall into it, you are feeding the media more money. And that's all they're going to show you because it helps them gain more money. If you know what I'm saying. So you decide to follow your heart, some of you, but then you read again, and you read again, And then you listen to others who disagree, yet instead of standing strong in your belief, you go backwards instead. And then you start to wonder, what is right? What is wrong? And why do you do this? You don't trust yourself. You don't trust in God. I don't even think most people were taught how to trust in God. It's more about obeying God, but not trusting. We don't obey God. God isn't a person to obey. You trust that God runs the universe, and whatever happens, happens for a reason. And then there are people like myself who know things that you don't know and who share positive information. And there's a lot of other people who are so stuck in their negativity that instead of reading positive information and having them think, they attack you and call you insane and how you're destroying everybody and how dumb and stupid you are. And who is that really speaking? Is it them? No, it's their ego. These people still live in ego. And when you spend your time, like I've said many times before, to love yourself 100% unconditionally, then none of this bothers you. If it bothers you, you still don't love yourself unconditionally. I mean, there's ways to check. Trust me, to love yourself unconditionally takes time. But anyway, so what happens is you don't trust, you try to, then you slip, and then you go back to your old ways of being, and then you're all confused again. And then you get depressed, and then you've gone backwards, and you've got to start all over again. You've got to figure out how you can trust. And I have taught you or given you ways to prove to yourself that what I tell you is true. So take the time, go back to some of my old videos, and prove to yourself. Stay within yourself, not other people. Other people are just reflections of you, so just pretend they don't even exist. It's only up to you to be strong to believe, and the more you raise your frequency, you automatically raise the frequency of others without even opening your mouth. Anyway, you find positives. You stop and go, oh my God, look what I'm doing, and you stop it. You breathe. You re-raise your vibration, taking deep breaths. And remember, the most powerful thing you can do to change your vibration is, I am the light, I am the love, I am. And when you're around other people who are negative and fearful, just tell them, you know what? When you feel fearful, just say this. And it doesn't matter if they believe you or not, just say it. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything. And you'd be surprised, but a lot of people will start doing this because they don't have anything else to do. And they then will see how they will change. And that will help awaken them. So you don't have to tell them anything. Just say this and see what happens. The universe is always testing you. So you tell yourself, yes, I trust, I believe, I'm going to follow. And then they'll throw people on your path to make you falter, to see what you're going to do. If you faltered, you failed your test. I mean, it's not a test to pass or fail, but you know what I'm saying. It pretty much is a test to show you that you still don't love yourself, you still don't trust yourself, you still need to work on it. A lot of people don't understand either when I say it's up to you to save yourself. First of all, there's nothing to save. And what happens is a lot of people will say to me, well, Jesus will save you or God will save you. Well, God is always here. And the world is about Christ consciousness. And Christ consciousness is living in love, living in peace, living in harmony, and no anger. You have trust. It's who you are. It's not all the negative stuff that goes around. But God isn't here to like save you like they say it, or Jesus will save me. It's kind of like, you have to learn to grow. The only way you learn is to grow and to experiment. I mean, simple, like I don't know, why does this always come to my head? You're a child and your parents tell you don't touch the stove because it's hot, but you don't know what that means and you're more curious. Because I did learn when I was raising my kids, I never told them what they couldn't do. Don't, because that, and we're all like this, we all want to know, so we're going to do it. So you tell your kid, don't touch the stove, and they're going to touch it. They're going to burn themselves, they're going to cry, but guess what? They're not going to do it again, because now they learned on their own. So that's what I'm trying to say, it's about you learning on your own, not to have an expectation that someone else is going to save you and you can just sit back and not worry about anything because you're not learning and you're not growing. So that's what that means. It's like you can't go to school and think, well, I don't have to study because God or Jesus are going to do it for me. They're not going to do your studies for you. No. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So, saving yourself is not supposed to lead you to that thought process. It's supposed to lead you to the fact that you are capable, you are learning, you are growing, you need to change yourself. You need to see that you create everything that goes on around you, etc., etc. And when people come and start judging you and telling you you're wrong, they're just speaking through their ego. There is no right, there is no wrong. If I want to dye my hair pink, are you to tell me that's wrong? Who are you? You're nobody. I can do what I want, so can you. So, I know, I trust, I've tested everything. I dream about the future, and in my past, I've dreamt, a day in advance. I've dreamt 3 weeks in advance. I've dreamt 20 years in advance. And I have come to all those times and they've all unfolded exactly how I dreamed it. Because dreams are either crazy stuff, which I don't get, they're like symbols of what you need to change, or they're psychic dreams, future stuff that's going to happen. But it's never exactly how you dream it. Anyway, every time... So this is what's going on. Every single time the light gains in the world, and the cabal or the Illuminati knows it, of course, and they are actually afraid, trust me, they're scared to death. And they show you their fear by creating more things for you to fear. So they get together and they have their little meetings on how can we scare the public and get them to fear even more so. That's what they do. But, okay, so we're in lockdown. Now, is it because the coronavirus is extremely contagious? No. Doctors have already posted on the internet saying that if you want to make comparisons of contagion, like the flu could be 0.8 and the coronavirus is 0.1. So, no, it's not. But they tried to make it that way and they were blocked because we're protected. This is when you're saved, I guess, by Jesus and God. I say we're saved by the Star Nation, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Whoever you want to believe, it doesn't matter. So this is why we're being locked down. Now, I want you to think really, really hard. And a lot of you might believe this and a lot of you might not. But this is true. Every super duper negative thing that's gone on was created by them. Now, they created the coronavirus. They created 9/11. They created 9/11 because what's going on now is supposed to happen then. And they didn't want that to happen, so they created 9/11. That was 9 years ago. You see, we've been struggling to get back on track. Now, something was going on. I don't remember, people started to awaken. So Las Vegas had some major concert and it was bombed. But of course they're going to tell you, all these people died, etc., etc. It was from some person or it was a terrorist. No, it was the CIA. Okay? Now, these are things you might not believe. These are truths that will be coming out. But I'm telling you this. This is why we're on lockdown. So whether you believe it or not, this is why we're on lockdown. We're on lockdown to protect you. To protect you from the virus, not really. To protect you from them. Because there's a lot of people who are going to go out and they're going to go to the bars and they're going to go out dancing and they're going to go, to concerts like normal or like they usually do. Or they're going to go around to the parks and stuff. And that's the only way they're going to get you. So they're not going to individually bomb the whole world, right? So that's what they would do. That's not saying that they can bomb you because they couldn't anyway, even if they wanted to. But that's not my point. My point is this is why you're on lockdown. That's it. To protect you from them. Not from the virus, from them. Okay? And so it's a good thing. The other reason why we're on lockdown is so all of you won't get in the way of all the arrests that are happening. Now that reminds me of this. Have you enjoyed your life, truly? I mean, they've taken away the middle class. You either have to be super wealthy, rich, or poor, right? And what happened to the middle class? The middle class, can be a teacher who doesn't make enough money to even pay for a house or rent. Is that stupid or crazy? But no, if you're an entertainer, you are bathing in money. You can sing, you can dance, you can play sports, you can act, right? And all the actors, not all of them, but they have a platform. And a lot of them are on the side of the Illuminati. They're going to be arrested too. All the people who are professing, all the actors and actresses that are now posting they have the coronavirus. They don't have it. But they, in the past, if they tell you to jump, you've always asked them how high, right? So now they tell you they have the coronavirus and you're going to believe it even more so. Tom Hanks has the coronavirus, it must be real because we watch him as this great actor, right? He is a great actor, but he's part of the Illuminati. And so all the actors and all the sports people and all the politicians that are on the side of the Illuminati are going down. And so there's massive arrests that are happening. Do you need to know about it? No. You stay locked in, learn how to enjoy yourself, have time with your family. That's what you've always wanted. Don't worry about the money because this is changing. Because your money has been stolen from you by gazillions of people and organizations and whatever. So I said years ago, the world is never going to be recognizable, and we're on that path. It's absolutely wonderful because it's the fear, it's the density of the planet that has darkened this place, but so many more people are awake and it lightens it up because who are we? Human? No, we're energy. We're either going to spread dark energy or light energy. Light energy is being spread, and you will see in the skies as they keep changing. But I do want to remind you that the coronavirus will eventually disappear, but there's going to be more trauma afterwards. Because right now, they're planning. They're planning more. So once all of it is gone and all of it is done with, then the world is going to open up like my poem says. So that's way into the future of the colors, the mountains. You might see a green mountain. Well, no, green would be grass and red could be something else. Purple, maybe a purple mountain. The skies are purple. You've seen pink, but have you seen purple? No. So this is what you want to look for. In the meantime, be a child. Play. What makes children happy? The expensive toys you buy them? No. Hitting pots and pans together. Chasing butterflies. Catching bugs and putting them in a jar. I mean, adults don't go around and do that, but maybe that's what you need to do. Go back to your early days. Just stay in, have fun, don't stress, enjoy your time, and know that if you own a home, your mortgages are going to be cleared. Your credit cards are going to be cleared. Now I asked the universe. So like I live in an apartment and I don't own a mortgage. I don't have a mortgage. So what's going to happen to me? The rents will be lowered. It's not going to just be you own a home so you have no mortgage. Well, if you live in an apartment, you're pretty much not going to have too much rent to pay. Maybe not at all. I mean, it doesn't matter if you can't figure it out because everything's going to happen the way it's supposed to happen. But I'm trying to let you know. Number one, there's a reason, and I told you the reason. Number two, what's to come? Gold. No, the excuse me, the IRS will close down. The government agencies will close down. And like I've said before, the wave will come. That will awaken all the people who are not awake. The ones that decide to stay on the planet. Now, other people have yelled and screamed at me, people have died from the coronavirus. I can't stand people who say it's not a big deal. Well, oh well, go ahead and cry over it. People die every day. They died from cancer. They die from the flu. They die from pneumonia. They die in war. So what's the difference? The difference? There is no difference. The difference is that you think there's a difference. You think you can stay on planet Earth longer if you don't get this so-called virus. Wrong. You leave when you're supposed to, when it was decided before you came, and that's it. And the people who pass on from the coronavirus, the flu, or cancer, or anything else that goes around, that was their choice to do it. Because is it bad? Well, it's bad for you because you don't get to see your loved ones. Is it bad for them? No, because death isn't real. There is no death. It's a transition. That's it. It makes me feel bad when I watch young people who, let's say like on American Idol for instance, who just lost their sister, their father, their mother, their grandparents, who raised them, who sung with them, and they really totally believe that they're gone and that they don't watch them, they don't see them. And that's not true. So there is a window. There is a vision. Everyone sees you unless you're crying over them, you're stressed over them, you're sad over them. They won't come around because it doesn't make them feel good. So that's the only time. Or they're busy. Because when you leave the planet, you go back to being young, and guess what? We're going to also, you're going to be on this planet Earth when all this crap is done and gone, and all the beauty comes out for everyone, and everyone is all about love, and there won't be no illnesses. I don't care what you have right now, it'll be gone, because illness isn't reality. It was karmic. It was a lot of reasons. Doesn't matter. What matters is it's not reality, because if you are super ill right now and you transition off the planet tomorrow, are you still ill? No. If you left the planet and you're 98 years old and you're old and decrepit and you have dementia, do you go over the other side like that? No, you don't. That all disappears because it's not real. And that's why you all chose to be here. Okay? So I hope you see this. And I want you to feel this. Does this feel right for me? You have to separate yourself from all the negativity, all the darkness, all your fear. You've got to breathe. You've got to raise your vibration right now. I am the light. I am the love I am. I am powerful. I am an angel. I am trusting. I am protected. When you feel your vibration raising, because you will feel it, then ask your higher self, is what Maxine is saying, is it true? Is it true for me? If it's not true for you, it doesn't mean it's not true for me or someone else. It's possible that you're still in the process of having to learn more. I mean, everybody has a reason for being the way that they are. Everything happens for a reason. That's it. Get it through your head. And nothing ever bad happens. It seems like it does. It looks like it is. You know, because the Illuminati, the cabal, have made you live in doom and gloom. That's over. Your choice. Know in your heart only good things are coming. And not only are good things coming, once you awaken, if you awaken right now, good things are already here for you. You already see things that other people don't see. So the third dimension, the fourth dimension has been sealed. We are in the fifth. If you don't live in the fifth, it's because your memory, your mind, your fear keeps you in a lower dimension, but it's not reality. Anyway, have a blessed day. Smile, be happy, and trust that everything takes time and everything is in divine timing. You're always protected. You are never alone. And you can talk to anyone on the planet, off the planet. In fact, if you have a husband, a boyfriend, a wife, a sister, a brother, an uncle, an aunt that have left the planet, I would say recently, because you don't know, some people have come back. So I just say recently, maybe within the past year or so, talk to them. And the first thought that comes to your mind is them responding to you, and trust it. That's my advice to you. I'm spreading positive energy to all of you. Reiki, love, and light. See you next week. Bye. Oh, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and all comments are welcome.